Yes.
In Buddhism, I think they say something about watering the seeds of joy.
Yes, yes.
What do they mean by that then? If joy is not in people and things, what is joy? Where do you derive it from?
Thank you. The relationship between the piano and me exists in what I bring into it. The relationship between other people, other circumstances, things, and me, and the joy I feel, or the joy which I seed, or whatever, is related to that harmonious confluence of my finest qualities blending with the finest qualities in what I perceive. That's when the joy comes. If my finest qualities, well, if my negative qualities perceive you, I can't see your beautiful qualities. I can't. Yeah? So with my negative qualities, I'll perceive your negativities and I'll spark that in you. So when I am bringing, pardon me?
Sorry, to say again.
So when I am bringing my finest qualities, then I can only see yours, otherwise I can't. Impossible. If I'm an angry person, I can't see being sensitive towards you. Impossible. Not an angry person. If I've made anger into a habit, then I cannot be sensitive to your needs. But if I make gentleness into a habit, I'll see your needs. When I'm in touch with my better qualities, I can tap into yours and bring out your better qualities. But when I'm not in touch with my better qualities, I'll keep sparking the negativity, the demon in you.
Also within our own selves.
Correct.
We are angry. We can't see our own
Beauty, yes. And we destroy ourselves in the process. Now let me introduce, before we go for a little, still time. Let me introduce you to something phenomenally phenomenal. How we are all incredibly, incredibly gifted. Let me just remind you of that. According to physics, modern physics, and which is the same thing as what the mystics throughout the ages have been talking about, according to modern physics, we live in a world that has no color. There is no color in the world, and neither is there any sound, nor any smell, nor any taste, and wildest of all, nor any touch, because there's really no thing there. And that's what the mystics have been saying too. And what the Buddhists add a dimension to that, and they say, the Buddhists say that there's also no thinker behind the thoughts. We are basically living in a virtual reality. Yeah? Dream stuff. Interacting with dream stuff and believing it's real. It's fascinating. So we, as human beings, we have developed these senses, amazing what we've done. We've developed the senses to take these micro particles, which are not even particles, of vibrating energy, different resonances, and we take that and make one set of energy waveband into light, other into sound, other into taste, other into touch, different resonances. And we have got these senses, and we translate it. And we hear, and we see, and we touch, and we believe it's all real. Isn't it fascinating? Fascinating. And in Buddhism, this is called the empty nature of things. That things are not solid, not what you really imagine them to be. This whole world is pliable. It's like clay. You can mold it. But to mold it correctly, instead of molding a demon, to mold it into an angelic reality, you have to use your mind well. You have to be in touch with your finest qualities. Then you'll see radiance everywhere. But when you're resonating on low frequencies, anger, irritation, untidiness, unmindfulness, you will attract suffering. And it'll come through the door and zap you. Are you understanding? So this is how we are leveraging the smallest of things, smaller than the hair on a virus's head. Okay? Those nanoparticles. Can you imagine the hair on a virus's head? It's pretty small. You can't see it with your eye, okay? Now the thing is, we're taking the smallest of things and we're seeing light and colors in so many hues. Oh, fantastic. And sounds, such different tones, undertones, overtones. We are creating magic out of this world. And the fact is, we don't even exist. But we won't get there right now. It's just absolutely phenomenal. So, to use that phenomenal ability correctly, you have to learn how to craft your life into a masterpiece. You have to learn how to bring value into your experiences. Because when you stop adding value into your experiences, then things fall apart. If you don't look after your car, it's going to collapse. If you don't look after your piano, it will go out of tune. If you don't look after your health, it goes haywire. If you don't look after your relationships, by adding value into the relationships so that you are irresistible for your partner, it will go haywire. Everything falls apart if it's not maintained correctly. So maintain things correctly. Does it make sense, please? Yes, yes. Slowly, slowly. This is just a little, tiny little workshop. Retreats are coming up, retreats are coming up. Subliminal advertising.
Behram, when you talk about the qualities, you're talking about general qualities or your own qualities of your personality?
Everyone has the ability to smile. Go into any culture and they will smile if they're happy. They're not going to show you teeth and growling faces. Go into any culture and they appreciate honesty. Nobody appreciates dishonesty. Everyone appreciates tenderness. No one appreciates indifference and harshness. Every culture on the planet, every creature appreciates tenderness and love. These are the finest qualities. These are the timeless qualities we have to cultivate and be in touch with. And we neglect them in favor of the negativities. We allow the negativities to rule our lives. And then we want to be happy? Hello. No can. So, we are in touch with an incredible force, which is your mind. Learn to channel it well and you can be phenomenal. But when you neglect this force, it will create suffering. It's like being in a fast car and not knowing how to drive. You can imagine the chaos. So, the classes are basically introducing you to your power, but you have to then apply that power. I can't do much for you if you don't take charge of your own reality. Right, let's stay tuned for more yummy stuff after the break. Right now, let's just sit quietly to absorb this. And then when we come back, when you all guys come back, we'll start with the question, what was the most important point from this morning session? Yeah?